Alright, we've got Emma. We gotta manage to avoid drowning. Also, Peter Stillman. He's still in the water. Not a pretty sight. We don't really want Emma to have to see that. You know, speaking of not wanting to have to see things, I don't remember if there were this many bubbles before. It's a little difficult for me to see. Oh, there's a mine right there. Let's not run into that. I don't think Otacon would be very happy. Oh, God. Well.
Right, what's going on?
See, you gotta pick a direction and commit to it. That's the hard thing. That's the hard thing. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. Yeah, I'm having difficulty seeing here. Hey, what if I turn on my night vision goggles it gave me underwater? Look how much easier it is to see with those. Why would it give me the night vision goggles here? Is something I've never found out. Oh yeah, you can see there's a little bit of blood in the water. I mentioned before there were plans to put sharks in the game. I guess maybe they would have been attracted to... Thank you. My goodness. You know, I've played this game since 2001. The swimming controls have never gotten less finicky. That is something that future games would improve on. Thank goodness. Okay. Oh, I went the wrong way. I went the wrong way. Yeah, I know, Emma, you're not having a great time. Yeah, I know you're not having a great time, Emma. It'll be alright. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. You died on that exact mine today. Yeah, it's a little tricky. Because he doesn't want to, you know, really change direction properly. Alright, alright. Well, thank goodness we're done with that. We can just regular escort Emma. Come on. Let's just go forward with no issue.
I can't stand bugs.
She can't stand bugs.
I'm not moving.
Of course she can't stand bugs. Well, hey, remember this useless weapon that I keep talking about that's super weird? Yeah, you can do that if you want. Yep. Yep. You can also use the coolant to try and spray them away. Sort of corral them. But they don't stay away for long. So what I like to do... Emma, go to sleep. Oh yeah, hey. Can't we... No? There we go. Ah, she's snoozing. They can splat on your face through walls when they show up in the Shell 1 core on your way back. I didn't know that. That's really funny.
Oh, Venus and Cancer.
Hey, that's another localization problem. It's supposed to say Venusian crab. Because Emma and I guess by proximity the parrot are meant to be fans of like old B movies, but they didn't quite catch the reference when translating it. And there we go. Yeah, remember I said she's a bit of a freak? Yeah. Speaking about being a bit of a freak, we are just dragging an unconscious girl into an elevator with us, but it's for the mission. It's for the mission. Her eyes are definitely open here. But when I look at her, she gets her higher level of detail model. Actually, I thought she had her glasses for a moment too, but no, just the eyes are open. That's a little freaky. A lot nicer than your approach, which is the chokehold. Yeah, I was considering doing that, but I was like, eh. All right. All right. All right. This heckin' room. Emma, go over in the corner. Here's how we deal with this room. First off, we wait for that guy. Oh.
It's the enemy.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
It's the enemy.
No, you don't need nothing. Nope. Yeah, I'm sure the communication ceased. Emma, want to see something cool? Emma. You ever see a Gorlukovich soldier? Emma, look. Emma, check this guy out. Look, no, Emma, look this way. Look, it's going to be really cool when I do it. Look, look, look. He's totally not going to wake up and attack me, like, immediately.
Freeze.
Emma, look. Do you see that? You weren't even looking! Ashley Graham would have appreciated it. Yeah, he seemed to have seen me before he looked at me. There were a couple odd alerts I've gotten so far in this that I don't know if they're a Master Collection foible or if I'm just worse at MGS2 than I remember. There are many possibilities that exist. But hey, look at this, though. Do you know what we actually have here? We have sneaking gameplay. Did you know that that's a thing that actually happens in this game occasionally? It's true. Believe it or not, occasionally this game will let you sneak. Now, it's unfortunate that we're, like I said, we're in an escort mission. We're in like a bit of a Resident Evil 4 scenario. Ashley's a little better than Emma, though. But that game wouldn't be invented yet, so I guess I shouldn't talk about it. Let's see. Emma, you better watch this time. It's going to be so cool.
Freeze.
All right. Emma, look.
Don't shoot.
Look, he's going to say don't shoot. Now he's going to wiggle his hips. Look at that. And I get the dog tag. Emma, isn't that cool?
Let me rest. Just for a second.
I thought we had a thing going, girl. I thought we were having a good time. We were all like, you know, like listening to my heartbeat and we were sassing each other. Oop. What happened there with your arm? Oh. Your inverse kinematics, ma'am. Okay. Hey, Emma, I took care of the gun cameras here. You'll be fine. Because this guy comes out. Don't want to have him show up. Cold drinks. Think this guy's interested in some cold drinks?
Freeze. Don't kill me.
Nah, he's just going to be out cold. You notice when the game actually lets me play it and do things like sneak around and steal dog tags and just have a rip-snorting good time? I'm actually having a rip-snorting good time. It's just very rare that the game lets you do that. Which is unfortunate because it's got such good gameplay. If only there were a direct, like, sequel/alternative game to this that had all of the good gameplay without all the weirdness. It's called Twin Snakes. Play it with a PlayStation controller. It kicks ass. Gotta get some food, so I'm gonna lurk. Nice to meet you. Yes, thank you very much for the raid. Yeah, I'll follow you, and I gotta check out the randomizer video and check out the randomizer itself, because that sounds awesome. But yeah, shout outs to Anti-Big Boss. Alright, what are these two idiots doing? Looks like they're being, goddamn fools is what they're doing. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna pad out the playtime of the game as much as possible. By, no? Yeah?
Was there a noise just now?
Yeah, there was. Maybe you should check it out, buddy. Maybe you should check out what that noise was. And maybe...
Freeze! Huh?
Just give me your bomb bags.
Don't kill me.
Maybe you should do that. I'm a bit of a loot goblin. And also, it's just like a better way to play the game, honestly. Makes you feel sneaky, you know? I feel like if I was an international super spy, this is what I would be doing. Holding up dudes, you know? Taking their stuff. If only subsequent games would let you do that more often, instead of... I mean, again, let's just think. What have I done so far in terms of player actions since getting to the big shell? And this is why my critical analysis of the game is maybe a little bit different from stuff you've heard before. I think it's a good game. But, you know... I think just the course of actions that Raiden takes, through no fault of his own, through the fault of game design...
Freeze! Move! Please don't.
I think just... I don't know. I think it could be a little better because I think it really is just... You do the bomb stuff in Shell 1, and then you do more bomb stuff, and then you get the PSG-1, and you disable bombs. And then, look, we're back out to the KL connecting bridge. Remember this? Where there was the only option was to go into the Shell core? And now we're back here? There's not a lot you do as Raiden. And I think a lot of people will blame that on Raiden. And again, I know the point of the game is to be kind of similar to MGS1, but worse. Like, in certain intentional ways, but I feel like there's other ways where it's not intentional, and it's just kind of, I'd rather be playing MGS1. If only there was an alternative to this game. If only there was, like, you know, some sort of game you could play instead of this. That, you know, has all the gameplay. But I'm talking about Twin Snakes. What I'm saying is people that say Twin Snakes is a bad remake of MGS1, you guys are dumb. You guys are dumb. You guys are dumb. It's not a bad remake of MGS1. It's the game you play instead of MGS2. Because you want to play the game. Don't look at it as a replacement for MGS1. Look at it as a replacement for MGS2. And suddenly, you know, your tone will change. You'll go, oh yeah, look at that. I get to use all these weapons and tactics. Instead of just defusing bombs. Emma, okay. Now, you gotta watch this one, though. Because the only thing Twin Snakes don't got that we got is this coolant spray. And it's so cool. It's so cool when we do this, Emma. I'm not a loot goblin. I'm not addicted.
Freeze! Are you going to shoot me?
Oh, it's like that, is it? Do you know who you're dealing with? They call me Jack. Do you know why they call me Jack? That's not my real name either. Oh, okay. Hey, Emma, you like Beyblade? Let it rip. Yeah, let's not forget that not only is MGS3 a bit of an apology for this game, not only is Twin Snakes a bit of an apology for this game, Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance, I mentioned before, features a lot of Solid Snake content, including VR missions and alternative Snake Tales, all of which are included, you know, here. So there's a lot of options you get if you really like this gameplay, but you're like, wow, it feels like I've been doing a bunch of side quests and rush forward through progress, and I really like when the game lets me sneak around. If only there was more sneaking around. Luckily there are options out there. Luckily this is not one of those cases of what a really cool game, what a really cool set of controls and everything. It's a shame they never used it for anything. No, they did. So that's nice. It makes the questionable design decisions easier to swallow. Again, I still really like this game. Believe it or not, I do really like this game.
What's wrong?
This door is security
Damn.
level 5. I don't have
And then he's
card
like,
5.
look at his sassy pose.
Giving up already?
What was his plan? Yeah.
Ta-da!
What the?
Are you impressed?
You should have told me you had it.
Mm.
Well, the truth is, I just remembered it myself.
Oh, Toshio. They're so weird. They're so weird. Anyway, like I said, I do like this game. Make no mistake. I like the game. I like the game. It's just I love 1 and 3 is the issue. Oh, there were 2 of them. Well, listen, Emma, old habits die hard.
What's going on? Respond.
Let's just put that claim over there as a contingency. Oh, I don't know what came over me, Emma. I apologize. You know, all these cool guns and toys that they just aren't letting me use. I'm just too tempted. You know, a lot of the scenarios, they haven't been great, but the gameplay is so fun. Oh, no one wants to come out? Huh? Alright. Feel like Raiden's gaining a mind of his own. I feel as though player and character are beginning to reject each other. Maybe it's part of the meta-narrative. Who can say? Well, that looks like a thrill. Oh, yeah, one thing I haven't really mentioned is the time of day has changed a little bit.
What is it?
How do you feel about
And we're going to see a very,
Can't
very
say I like
beautiful
heights.
sunset
The water's
scene.
higher on my phobia list. Why?
Well, we have to go down a ladder.
How far down?
Just a little bit.
Why do I feel like we've had this conversation before? How little is little?
About 130 feet.
Huh.
Think you can do it?
Would you take no for an answer?
How are your legs?
Better. The numbness is gone. I can climb down on my own.
Okay, follow me.
Well, that's good. Again, for a lot of the design and questionable things in this game, it's just scenario design, you know? It's just the things Raiden is forced to do. I don't particularly like. And some of the conversations Raiden has with people I don't particularly like. But that's a gorgeous shot. That's genuinely very, very beautiful and extremely technically impressive for the time. Again, I like this game. I do like this game. I just feel like, if you can criticize stuff if you really like it. Where's Solidus? I miss him. That's what I have to say.
If we don't hurry, it'll be the last we see.
Is really, really nice to this day, though. Like, that doesn't look like a PS2 game. Oh.
Enemy soldiers, gun ciphers. I don't think we're gonna be able to slip past all that. Looks like it can barely support one person. How much do you weigh, Emma?
Are you gonna ask me how old I am next?
If you go alone, I think you can make it across.
Sassy.
This is Raiden. Do you read me?
Yeah, what's up?
We've made it to the lower part of Strut L. We'll have to cross
Notice
the water
Raiden
from
kind of
here.
just stops
And
contacting the colonel
She's
of his
okay.
own will, too.
The pontoon
Just
bridge
talking to
doesn't
Snake
look
more.
Too sturdy. Emma's gonna have to cross.
I don't
it
blame
alone.
him. Again,
Right.
you know,
The oil fence.
Snake is
There are
definitely the most
ciphers and several
trustworthy guy
guards.
we've met so
Right.
far.
You're carrying a PSG-1, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah.
It's time to play sniper.
Oh, cool.
Not bad. This spot gives me a good view of
It's
the
nice
target.
that the sniping
You're
mechanics
going
are
to
a
have to
lot
cover
better than
Emma
they were in the
until she
first
crosses
game.
to strut E. I'll get there and provide some support of
Because,
my own.
oh boy, it was
Think
rough
you
in the
can handle
first
it?
game, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
I know the drill. I faced a similar situation in advanced mode level 4 VR training with the PSG-1.
VR. Ugh, guess it's better than nothing.
Yeah, he's not
Make sure you
impressed.
don't hit
He's not
Emma.
impressed.
Right now, with Arsenal's boarding in progress, security should be at a minimum. That doesn't mean it's going to be easy.
It really
Given
is
the
a shame
situation,
that
they
I
probably got
know
corners in
that
place
this
to make up for
game
the security
is
shortage.
pretty much
Make
over
sure you use your
because
thermal goggles.
Right.
it really feels like
Okay,
it's
I'm
ramping
heading
up.
for
And it
strut
ramps
E.
up to something, but it feels
Emma,
like it's
are you
ramping
reading
up
me?
to like the
Loud and
second
clear.
I'm gonna clear
half.
a path for you from here.
And in terms of story
Sniper
content, it
fire.
does, but in terms of
kidding.
gameplay,
Trust me.
I'm not
What if
joking when
fall
I
into the
say,
sea? I can't swim.
You were doing pretty good a few minutes ago.
like,
Okay.
there's not a lot of
do
gameplay
Would you
left.
take no for an answer?
No, that's cute.
All right.
I like that.
Get going. You'll be fine.
All right, but before we protect our new girlfriend here, who, again, I think just naturally has more chemistry with Raiden than Rose does, let's check in. Let's get a save.
Jack, is that you?
Yeah, it's me. Are you gonna complain about my sense of fashion next, or my taste in music? It's really not Rose. Raiden's a piece of shit, too.
Hang in there.
Oh, thanks! Great. Wow, what a beautiful romantic chemistry between these two actual normal regular humans.